Hey everyone, and welcome to All Talk. This is the podcast where we dish our hottest takes and have real conversations around all things media and pop culture. So go and grab a snack and a seat because this is All Talk. And we're back. So today,
yes,
I have
tomorrow,
today, tomorrow, next week, next year.
Yesterday.
forevermore.
Next month.
Furthermore, so I wanted to talk to you guys. Okay, so the topic of conversation is the dangers of actually filming reality TV, right?
Like baddies?
Different type, because I feel
Like the Kardashians?
yes, on that like caliber. Because
All right,
okay, I feel like baddies is like its own entity because,
The cameraman liable to get punched in the face.
it's not only that, it's just the fact that they're all consenting to the idea
Yeah.
that they're doing what they're doing.
Yeah.
Like, you know, but the difference is with like the shows like the Housewives, they're putting their whole lives on display, and it doesn't matter if it looks good, it doesn't matter if it looks bad. Like, you know, it's being filmed,
Yeah,
and
no
you know,
privacy.
like it's gonna be seen by a wide audience, and like that is just its own thing. But I wanted to first get into the latest episode of The Real Housewives of Atlanta. It's a really good season so far.
I
if
haven't
you guys
seen that
checked it
episode
out.
yet.
It's actually really, really teed. The cast is somewhat different. They added some new people because a lot of the OGs left. But this most recent episode picks up from a dinner that happened in the last one.
Okay.
So, and his dinner did not go well because there's two housewives that have beef, and it's Britt and
right,
Kenya. Kenya Moore, she's been on the show for like years. Like, she's one of the OG cast members. I think she's been on since like season 5. They're on season 13, 14 right now.
Jesus.
Yeah. So she's one
Almost
of the
10
OGs.
years,
Like, she
yeah.
knows like the cast and how to handle these situations. So, but one thing that Kenya is known for is low-key stirring the pot. Like, she be, you know, like, and she's really no stranger to it. And the way she handles it is kind of like comedic, and that's what makes for good TV. Like, you know, the way her shade is like fun shade, but sometimes she can cut pretty deep, and that's what happened most recently. So this girl okay, let me backtrack. On the first episode of this season, we get introduced to Britt, and basically, everything in her relationship seems good. Like, her and her man are solid. And then Kenya is actually, I want to say like a 2-3 years now post-divorce. So she's single. She's a single mom. And when she first met Britt, introduction was, oh, let me see your ring, right? And she's like, oh, and then Britt, I think, made the comment of like, oh, this is my second ring, right? And then Kenya's like, oh, from like, is this your second husband? Like, what, like, you know,
Yeah.
slight dig,
Okay.
right? So then, but Britt did not like that. She didn't fuck with that at all. She basically was just like, girl, like, excuse me, like, you know?
Ooh.
And then she's like, no, this is the upgraded ring from the previous ring, same man, like, you know, had to like check her, put her in her place. After that, Kenya didn't think too much of it. She's, again, the light, fun, shade type
Exactly,
of girl.
yeah.
But Britt is not that type of girl, and we're learning that fairly quickly, right? So that leads to the dialogue that they had at this dinner. Now you can kind of see that Kenya has like some slight animosity towards Britt, right? Where she basically calls Britt a peasant at this dinner, right?
Really?
She was just like, yeah, she's like, queens don't talk to peasants. And then Britt, after that, started tripping. Like, she started
But the evil queen did.
big tripping. And I actually wanted to show you guys the clip of what happened afterwards, after Kenya made that comment when they were leaving the dinner.
All right, awesome. So we're watching the clip, then giving our 2 cents.
I have a specific question afterwards because I want to let you guys know about
Gotcha.
what
Okay.
happened after that.
Well, I'm
So
scared.
this is so that's Britt.
For the viewers watching, there's going to be a little window like on the bottom area of the screen so you guys can watch too, if copyright allows us.
Play that shit in front of the camera. Don't play that with me. I don't play them games.
Oh, I remember this part. That was the end of the last episode.
Mm-hmm.
This was everything. She talking about guns for real. She talking about I said I'm not pissed on me. This girl is a problem. She gotta
Okay. So
That was
basically,
it?
I mean, that's just what I'm gonna show you.
Oh,
But
okay.
She basically after the dinner, she went on this tangent. Britt went on this tangent where she was just like, again, like what you've seen, like I don't play that camera shit with me. This reality TV, like this is real life for me. Like like I gets down basically, and
That's scary.
So right. So that's
Sure.
what I wanted to ask you guys is basically how would you have handled a situation where you've been kind of going back and forth with this person, but then started actually making threats about like, oh, I got my gun. Like
we make the threat.
no.
Oh, they made the threat.
They made the threat
Okay.
towards you. But you were the one that kind of initiated the tit for tat. So how would you have handled that situation?
Do you want to go first?
Well, it just sounds like brinkmanship, which is it's a military tactic in which escalation keeps evolving to the point where like no one can like win, and like the person who escalates it, the first horrible example, World War II. No, because
Comparing
out.
Housewives to World War II
well,
is what we've got.
no. I'm just saying that like the idea of brinksmanship is that like they attacked, like Pearl Harbor was attacked, and then American response made the nuclear bomb. They kept talking shit. We dropped the bomb.
Right.
That's brinksmanship. And so because of that, that's kind of what like this situation reminds me of, not a World War II, just the idea of brinksmanship. And that's kind of like that's Jeffrey.
Keep moving away, man.
Jeffrey, when I catch you, Jeffrey. Jeffrey.
Hey, I'm right here.
Oh,
This is brinksmanship.
this is brinksmanship.
This is
Yeah,
brinksmanship. Yeah,
prime
exactly.
example.
But
Hey,
no,
you're welcome.
and so to that point though, go home. I would just go home. Like first, I'd apologize, like my fault. I recognize your game, OG, and then just go home.
But okay, I guess like in this situation, do you see an apology after somebody makes a threat like that as like kind of in layman's terms a pussy, like you're being a pussy, like
Well, my mother raised me to not give a fuck what people think.
Yeah.
So
I've seen it in GTA 4. I can see it again.
what? What happened? What?
Yeah, a guy was talking shit, pull out a gun. I would like to apologize for my statement.
No, GTA 5.
Oh, just GTA 5, yeah.
Yeah, you said
My bad.
4.
My
I was
bad,
like,
my
what?
bad. That was 5. My bad. That was 5.
Yeah, it's 5. But no, like, I don't care.
yeah, you don't care enough to like stay.
I don't know.
So you would have pulled a Kenya and basically drove off while this girl was just going off.
Yeah,
Okay.
because like, fuck, like, what the fuck?
Okay.
Like, I apologized. You still want to be like, I got guns, nigga, cool.
So your first mind isn't to go lower. It's to actually take the high road and just live.
Yeah, because like, if I go lower, somebody gonna die.
Oh, okay. Work. Okay. Jeff.
Honestly, I ain't trying to die. I mean, I plan to live at least 30, so like getting shot by a gun ain't worth it, especially on TV.
Yeah.
On live television too.
Yeah.
No.
Okay. So.
Let me edit it. So I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No. You want to finish your thought?
Oh. Yeah, I'm done.
Okay. So basically, Kenya's response to I'm so sorry because this shit is crazy. Kenya's response to this dinner is she actually hosts an event because she has a hair salon in Atlanta, right? And
Shouts out.
she has an opening like party for her hair salon. And what does she do? She invites Britt because that's the proper thing to do. No, because Britt has, throughout the episode, Britt has intentions of apologizing to Kenya because she thinks that what she did was wrong. Like, making that threat.
Yeah, it was.
Okay.
It was kind of, we can all agree that it was kind of crazy.
Yeah.
So, like,
Why do you have a gun?
right.
Actually, she's in Atlanta.
Yeah, because I looked her up. Yeah, like you just threatened a mother of one. Like, are you insane?
Yeah, no.
Yeah, like that kid gonna be like motherless.
Yeah,
we
like,
can't do
that.
that.
That's an orphan at that point. If you-
Yeah,
if
we
you
can't do
follow
that.
through with
I
that
mean,
threat.
dad is
like-
present in the life. Let's not.
I didn't know that.
Yeah,
I'm just going
yeah.
based off of what I looked
Well,
up.
to be
They
honest,
don't say
like,
shit about
having
the dad.
two
It just
It's
parents
because
is better
she
than-
wants herself
I'ma
completely
stop
separated
right
from
there.
him.
from him.
Yeah, from him.
Mark
he was.
Daly.
Yeah, Mark Daly. He
There's no I.
honestly was kind of like verbally abusive to her. Like it was a pretty tumultuous relationship, and we
He
actually
looks
got to
like he
see
would.
that.
I'm sorry.
We got to see that on camera. Like,
This is getting worse.
yeah, no, it's crazy. But basically, At the salon opening, right?
I'm sorry, but
What
this
happened?
dude's face looks so photoshopped to look happy in this picture. That looks such like a fake smile.
I know, just teeth.
Oh God.
No, but their daughter is really cute. I love Brooklyn.
Not in that photo.
Bro, he looks like the type of guy that would be in a Tyler Perry movie.
Yeah, he does look
Yeah,
like.
he does. He
He
does
does look
give,
like
Tyler Perry.
Yeah, he
Tyler
looks like the
Perry.
light skinned savior in a Tyler Perry movie.
Oh, okay. But I need to get into the crazy shit, like, because
All
it's
right.
actually some crazy shit.
I like crazy.
So, Kenya at this event, right? She pulls out this like big ass poster board, right? And she wants to unveil it to the crowd. And by this point, Britt has already left the event. Kenya uncovers the board, and what is it? It is a picture, a screen grab of Britt sucking dick. Because in her past life, she shot porn. And she showed this on camera in front of all these people at this hair care event. So, that
You sure you still like crazy?
I retract that statement.
craziest shit that I think I've ever like witnessed in my entire life. Like,
I mean, can we to cat videos next time?
I mean, I think I could pull it up. Yeah. Yeah, no, it was
With the title caption that you forgot to add, who is this hoe?
yeah. well, yes.
Wow.
So
So you
Wow.
know the phrase "the past don't matter." Yeah, that's a fucking lie.
yeah, I mean, especially if you're on like a platform like this, like, you know, like you shouldn't be afraid of that coming up, but also your hope isn't that it does, like, you know. So there's like a fine line between that, but it leads me to my question that I have to ask you guys: which offense was greater, the threat or the?
Are you kidding me?
No, I'm being dead serious. I'm being dead serious.
Okay,
Was
this one is
threatening
kind of
somebody's life versus something that was posted already online, so it's
That
free
one.
to view.
That one.
honestly. I say this is kind of hard because one is basically threatening the life, and another one is basically like it's definitely like it's immoral to do. Like it.
Like,
it-
obviously, one they're both wrong.
They're,
Like,
they're,
you know.
they're both wrong. Like one of them's to tarnish someone's image, and one of them's to tarnish someone's life. Yeah, the gun.
No, I can't pick the gun. I'll tell you numerous reasons why I can't pick the gun. She didn't have the gun on her. She didn't show the gun on her. All
She said it was in the car.
All she did was say, "I have a gun." That was the threat. If you roll back and watch the clip, she said, "I have a gun." You meet
Me too. I have an AK-47 in Call of Duty.
That's the equivalent of the threat. Yeah.
I just put this
but
point
here's
there,
the
man.
thing. Here's the thing. There's a difference between saying I have a loaded gun, having a loaded gun, and firing it, which is what she did when she released those photos again.
I mean, yeah. I mean, you're not wrong. Yeah, I would have to agree.
But then at the same time too, I'm like, well, that I mean, like she has changed so much since
That's what I'm
then,
saying, so why
and
bring
has
that back?
become like a person like, okay, that is something I did in the past because that's what paid the bills. Is what I was good at.
Yeah, you're
It's
absolutely
not what
right.
I do anymore.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, but
I'm not
bring
gonna let
back on this caliber of show at this height of popularity is insane. That's the equivalent of doing that to her public image.
yeah.
yeah, it will tarnish and it will definitely be some
Because
that
now,
is
like,
that is gonna be a lot
yeah.
lasting headlines than the gun.
Because now we
hear it
got
all the
like
time.
because when she did that, she was a nobody, right? She did that to make money, to make ends meet, like you said. Now she got endorsement deals. Now she got people. Now she has eyes. She's in certain rooms with big corporations already because of this show. So she just blew up her whole career over some what? I said I had a loading gun.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, me too. It's a picture of you sucking dick.
But the thing is,
That's crazy.
I will say Kenya has a whole fan base, and they're writing for her right now. They are like the Kenya apologists are out and about. But again,
is
like
that a
I
good
told
thing?
you guys, she has a history of doing crazy shit like this, but not to this extent. Like, you know, like this is probably the craziest like stunt she's pulled, but I don't know. Like, I feel like it's a weird situation because obviously you don't want stuff like that being exposed to the world, but also
Especially at this level of popularity.
Yeah.
Because you're at a certain point of popularity now where it's not just petty squabbles anymore. It's money that
Right.
she's moving. Like she's losing mom. Like she's like I just saw when I looked into Brit, she was in a relationship with Rick Ross, right?
Yeah.
Not only does that fuck with Rick, not only does that fuck with her life, that fucks with Rick Ross's life because now you got Rick Ross going to rooms like this, being like, and people
Like,
who,
what's up
like,
with your ex?
Oh,
exactly.
yeah,
Like, what's up with your ex?
that's
What's
gonna
going
hurt
on?
his
You see what I'm
image.
saying? Like, and on top of that, like they probably got kids, and now the kids at school,
Yeah.
like it blows up more out of proportion because they're at this level of popularity rather than it just being like this, right?
Right.
Like this, where we're just like, oh, ha ha ha, like that would be funny here, but there it's fucked up.
Yeah.
Dude, Drake
No,
in the
absolutely.
background just laughing right now.
But like that's why like I likened it to being like you said you had a loaded gun. This is firing it at her head.
No, it's crazy, which is why like I wanted to talk about this today because like reality shows, like they're very entertaining, but at the end of the day, these are people. Like, you know, these are their lives that they still have to live post camera being down.
Oh, yeah, like 90
after
Day
filming,
Fiancé.
They
post
have to face their
production.
children. They have to face their children's parents. Like they have to be human beings again. But this
Right.
time she like kind of can't really until she has to finish it.
Yeah.
Like, imagine your entire relationship blows up in front of millions, and then you go home and it's like, "Hi, mom." Is like, "So she cheated on you with 10
So,
different men and dumped you."
I'm glad that you bring that up because that leads me to the next point that I wanted to talk about. The Housewives has a consistent like story of a lot of these women being in long-term relationships but actually divorcing. In this past season of Beverly Hills, The Real Housewives of Beverly Hills, there were 2 couples that were together for I want to say 10 plus years, right? 5 kids. One other one has 2 kids, but
anymore.
they're not together anymore.
That's why I was like, don't clap.
Yeah, no, like it's actually really interesting, and I wanted to ask you, like, do you think that, like, I guess when the cameras are rolling and things like that, do you think that gets to their heads, like, no matter how long their relationship is? Because I could understand like a newer couple having that type of situation, like on camera, like, you know, not really understanding like the dynamic and how to be on camera, how to really show their relationship.
Yeah.
And then post, you know, they start getting people trying to follow them on Instagram, you know, people trying to hit them up, things like that. Is that like,
It's a detriment.
is it detrimental to, like, do you think
Yeah.
reality TV is detrimental
Hell
to
yeah.
like the actual cast members?
It's not even to the cast members; it's to the audience as well.
Yes. I mean, I won't say I've seen it firsthand, but then I've seen someone trying to do things for like social media clicks and engagements. And that's as far as I'm going to say.
Yeah, no, because it's not only to like their relationship, because you just brought it, you just explained it, right? Like it ruined their relationship.
Yeah.
It's also fucked for my bad, but like it's also like terrible for
It's okay. You can curse. It's a Christian podcast.
hell yeah, but no, like it's fucked
No,
for like
hell
the
no.
younger generation though.
Yeah.
because the younger generation, that's all they see. Like that's all. Like they're like, oh, I need the next car because like X, Y, and Z had it. Like,
Right.
oh, I need the beauty standard because Kim K had it in her show, or like
I mean, I was fully influenced.
yeah,
got these
like-
headphones.
Like,
Hey, I
but
also
like,
got the Kim Pete's bill.
Yeah.
And I love
yeah,
it.
but like that, but like thank God that's the extent to it. You see what I'm
Right.
saying? Because like other people will be like, no, I need a BBL. Like I need, like,
Yeah.
I need,
And like
Botox,
they'll
I
look at
need-
these couples and be like relationship goals, things
yeah,
like that. Like,
and also furthermore, it normalizes divorce
Yo, should I get a
that's
BBL?
real.
because
Leave in
like
the
you
comments
just said
below.
it, right? Like
Yeah.
like the rates of divorce are insane on these shows. Where it's
Yeah.
just like long-term relationships going on to like 6, 7+ years. They got kids who are like 8 and 10, and like it fucks up the kids because like their parents are divorced,
And now
because
they
it's
have to
involved.
like relive through this trauma because it's
Exactly.
filmed. Like,
it's
you know,
filmed. It's always going to be there. It's always going to be a part of their history. The fact
Yeah.
that they're public, that their divorce was public, that like,
Yeah.
they had no privacy. Like it fucks up everybody.
right?
This reminds me of family YouTube channels.
Oh, like the Ace
Yeah.
family.
Oh my gosh, my
Yeah.
sister was all over the Ace family. Oh boy, there's like several of them that like actually I think almost all of them has their reputations ruined because like after people like wait a minute, this is child exploitation, and then just did a complete 180.
So
Yeah.
do you think that it's better, like, let's say if one, like, let's say you guys were in relationships, right? And so your partner's aspiration is to be famous. Is it better to have your relationship privatized, or is it better to step with them into the limelight so that you can support them?
Privatized.
This is a little bit double-edged sword because like of course I'm looking to get up there in the industry one day, entertainment of course.
I mean, I don't even use my real fucking name.
Yeah, he like his name is not actually Milo. It's actually but
That's my name. Like,
They just
sweet.
gave these niggas your government. Like.
Yeah, like, and it's also wrong. Like, but no, like when it comes to like,
I'm sorry. I was gonna say Edwards. That's your last name.
Literally just doxed this man.
Anyways, but no, like he's a great example. Tom Holland and Zendaya. Like, yeah, we know they're dating.
They're
but, like,
both already been public, and then
right,
they
their
started.
relationship is public. Do you know anything about it?
No.
That's the point.
Even
I'm
B and
making.
Jay-Z. We don't know shit.
Well, we know shit about their album.
I mean,
because Lemonade it's 444, but
Right.
like
Yeah.
but like even still like we don't even know the intricate working details of how.
but that
he
was
cheated.
also like months ago versus like when they released it. You know,
Exactly,
so like that's something that they went through.
And there's also like other examples too, but like I should, as a casual Kanye listener from like his older music, I shouldn't know this much about his daughter as I do.
Yeah, no facts.
Like, why the fuck do I know that she wants to be a fashion designer? I don't give a fuck about his daughter.
Well, she's rapping now.
Yeah.
Also, again,
She's on
like,
the
why
FK
fuck
Twix
is- Yeah,
song.
that's what I'm saying.
Oh,
Like,
for
I
real?
should
Shut
know.
up.
Like, I shouldn't be sitting here like amassing somehow knowledge of the fact that like he's upset because his daughter, like what his daughter makes, he doesn't get a percentage of. Like, I
Yeah.
don't give a fuck. Like, that's
I
not
mean,
what I'm.
that's
here
how
for.
custody works, but okay.
No, right. But he's fighting, and I'm like, why the fuck do I know about this? And it's because of the reality TV
Dude,
show.
Yeah.
It's because
Don't fight.
Don't fight, please don't.
Don't
But, like,
fight.
It's
You're
because
gonna
of
lose.
it's because of Keeping Up with the Kardashians that we know about all of this.
Yeah.
And that's why
Big
it's
fan.
just-
Shout out to the Kardashians.
But no, like,
Love y'all.
that's like another issue with it, where it's just like how much privacy can one have before it becomes no privacy?
Right.
The Emilios.
I mean, they just
I
fell off.
forgot they existed.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
like
don't
the-
think that it's just that they're private. They just fell off.
Yeah.
Though, like their entire lives was blown up, and it was depressing. And then,
I think
Because
those were
they
like true
had a-
definition of industry plan.
yeah, they had probably because they had like their own like reality show. I think it's canceled now.
But it was because of the Kardashians. Like, I think it was Dixie she was friends with Courtney, so she would be on the show.
Oh, I think she still shows up on the show.
Yeah, every once in a while.
Yeah.
and she makes music too. I mean, I listen to her
But
songs
not like that's
when
what
I
I'm
used to,
talking about,
but-
right? Where it's just like there's not enough, like the more cameras you have in the industry and the more cameras you have on your life, the less your life becomes about you.
Yeah.
Like, it's no longer your life anymore. Like, Kanye West isn't Kanye West anymore. He can't
No,
just go to the grocery store.
he's Ye now.
He's Ye. He can't go to the grocery store. He can't go buy a burger. Like, he can't do any of those things that like we like can do, and we take that for granted because right now we're getting there, right? We're getting there, but like that's a hard reality we would have to face, and it's a scary one for me personally, which is why like I don't use my real name, which is why like I don't have a photo of me on my Instagram. Why like all the photos I have
About
of me
that.
You
are
like being private.
because like at a certain point we're gonna hit a wall.
Yeah.
I swear to God, like every artist, every musician, every actor, and anybody who works in the industry, you hit a wall and it fucks with you. Michael Jackson couldn't even go out to a grocery store anymore. He had to get his shit exported to his house. That's so scary. That's a scary ass thought.
He is a very, very, very.
That's what I'm saying.
Oh,
Like Prince had his whole house wired for sound because he was worried for niggas spoiling shit.
Yeah.
Like do you know how insane that is? That you have to take those levels of precaution?
I know, it's crazy.
So like the idea that like, oh, like is it detrimental? It is. It's more detrimental now than it ever was before because of the advent of the internet.
So would you, I guess, like
I just got on my soapbox. I apologize.
No, that's real. Like, I guess in considering like a partner, would you want someone who doesn't aspire to like be in the limelight? Or?
They can, but like that's a conversation we would have to have. You know what I'm saying? Like, what about you, Jeffrey? Like, is that a conversation we would have to have?
I'm like, I don't mind. Like, someone like.
It's like, I just want somebody that loves me. Like,
Honestly, at the end of the day, like, that's all I want. Hit me up, ladies, if you're single.
period.
But like, honestly, like, our lives are our lives. Like, I mean, sure, if we're dating and then like the world knows, oh yeah, I got a bae, cool.
No, that's different.
Yeah,
That's
but like,
that's
I don't want y'all to know like how many times we like did it. Or,
or where did we
Very
go
true.
get dinner last night?
yeah,
that's
like
insane.
that I would definitely not want people knowing that, or like knowing like the inner, because like after that, like too many hands gets in there. I'm like, oh, you should be doing this, you should be doing that, and then it's like when the whole thing blows over after that, everyone is like, so
What
We
happened?
told you so.
Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah, I support the Tyler Creator method of I will run you over and win the case.
Yeah, it's like when like people were like in like one of my relationships, it was like so many hands. I'm like, honestly, at this point, I just want to count people away.
Yeah.
Because like there was a lot of people like first encouraging it, and then after that disencouraging it, and then telling me what to do, and then like I just kind of felt lost, and when the whole thing like blew over, it was not fun. Because after that, everyone's like, I told you so. She was a terrible person.
Yeah.
You shouldn't be dating her. I'm like, shut up.
Yeah.
It was annoying. And then if I were to have it at like such like a large scale where it's like random people sliding to my DMs and be like, hey, did you buy her flowers and tell her that you love her this morning?
I'm screaming.
Yeah, like that's whenever you get opinions, and
Yeah.
it's a lot. Man.
At that point, I'm like, I don't care.
So,
Let me love her the way I do.
I would flip the question like, did you?
Where's your boo?
Oh.
Yeah.
I get it.
I mean, I can't speak.
Where's
so
your
I-
wife and child?
Like, I can't speak. I don't got one yet. Hit me up.
All right. I got a great example of this.
Good plug,
Yeah,
right?
I don't know how many of y'all are NFL fans. Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce.
Yeah, I don't care for that.
Yeah, me
yeah.
neither.
Yeah.
And now we,
It was
whenever
so
it
bad that at the Super Bowl they were taking bets on how many times they would show Taylor Swift.
I'm screaming.
Yeah.
And my roommate won. he won $120 off of that.
That's a good bet.
That's
Great
crazy.
bet.
Not the parlay.
Great bet.
So, are we watching the NFL or are we watching another Eras tour?
F1.
that's what everyone comes.
F1.
All right. So whenever it becomes NFL season, now everyone starts placing bets. How many minutes or seconds are? And this is every time it's a Chiefs game. Even though I'm a Raiders fan, I'm like, I have to listen to this every time. I'm like, wow, how many times are we gonna get Taylor Swift on camera?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Even though it's not that many, but it has to be brought up every single time. And
Yeah.
then Travis Kelce scores a touchdown. They're like, is she looking? And then they roar the camera back up.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, no, exactly. Like that's my main issue.
And I
with
think
it.
it's funny because I think I differ from you guys. Like,
Really?
and it's because, one, I feel like I've had my
Taylor
life
Swift.
kind of shown on camera.
Yeah, your life blew up.
Yeah.
you know, for a
yeah,
long
you was
time.
on camera when you was a baby.
Really?
Not like a baby, but,
No,
like teen
way-
baby.
Yeah.
Oh,
But
right. Yeah, well, yeah. You were doing a lot.
Prepubescent me
Yeah, you
was
were doing a
definitely
lot.
on camera. But at the time, like, you know, there was a following that I had, shouts out to you guys, that like kind of was really in my business, like, you know, and really wanted to know what was going on in my life, you know, which is really interesting. And there were a lot of people, like, when I was in relationships that were like very supportive of it. And there's obviously some people that were like, let me know when you're single, like, you know, like kind of preying on the
naturally, yeah,
downfall, like, you know,
naturally,
which is
yeah.
really weird. But
They just want to date a famous person.
no,
That's really
literally,
it.
they just
But I
like the
mean,
idea
it's
of being.
clout chasing.
And it really comes down to like the difference things in literally all three of our jobs.
Yeah.
Literally, because you are a photographer, you are a tech operator, I am a writer. My job is the most solitary of all three of ours.
True.
Because I'm to write the stories that you guys want and like
Hey,
that,
you're on
like,
camera now.
that I'm on camera. But like,
Welcome
just
to
in
talent.
yeah, but no, like in general, that like when you think of writing, it's a very solitary experience. Like it is a very solo dolo moment. Like most of my writing I've done in my room alone. Because and like there's no cameras, there's no flashing lights, there's no outside, there's no like people to talk to outside of like, hey, real quick, I'm on the phone with somebody, like, hey, real quick, what do you think? I just sent it over. Like that's different than like your guys' jobs where you're interacting with these people. Like you're on camera, you're presenting yourself a certain way. Whereas I'm at the house chilling in a t-shirt and some sweats, listening to post-punk music and writing a script.
Right. Yeah, no, it is fairly different. Like, I will say, my partner now, he definitely, like, has his own aspirations of obviously becoming a doctor.
Exactly.
But, like,
Shouts out, partner.
Yeah,
Shouts out. He's
But outside of that, he also wants to be on reality TV. Like, you know,
Really?
like, that's one of his goals.
Reality Scrubs coming soon.
Like,
I would watch that. Genuinely, that might be the only one I watch.
That-
Like
that
a
would actually kinda
reality
see-
hospital show? Come on now.
but
Grey's Anatomy? No, Blues Anatomy.
but what is it? Like, his favorite show is The Challenge. Like, you know, and
Oh, okay.
I can definitely see him being on there. He's tall, muscular, like, you know, he takes care of himself in that way for him to be fit
So
enough
that's
to be
why
on
he
that show.
chose him.
You know, so
I was like, that's why he chose him.
no, for real. I mean, he found me off the show, child. Like, for being real. So, yeah, no.
Shouts out, partner.
Hey, if you put in the work and the results show, nice job.
Yeah, do your
That's all I
thing.
gotta say. So
But-
I gotta find a gym again.
There's one
But
here. I
to
tell you,
wrap
just
up,
come here.
I'll bet.
Just come here.
but to wrap up, I wanted to do a top 5 little thing with you guys.
Ooh.
All right.
So it's my personal top 5, right?
Okay.
And it's the top 5 moments that changed my like lens and how I watched reality TV, because
Oh.
it was the moments that like shit got real. Like, you know, like what Kenya, that was like one moment where it's like, but before this situation, like, you know. So the first one I wanted to show you guys is the dragging of this housewife named Monique. There was 2 girls. It was Candace and Monique. This happened in the Real Housewives of Potomac.
What?
Real Housewives of Potomac. Potomac's in
Oh,
Maryland.
I thought you said Tacoma. I
Wait,
was like,
how
I
many of
would-
the Real Housewives are there?
There's that are
Say
currently
5,
airing,
I dare you.
Huh?
Say 5, I dare you.
No, it's more than 5. There's
The moment he
crazy.
said say 5, I was like, no, shot.
so there's Orange County, there's Atlanta.
Damn.
There's,
Wait. Question for the class.
What's up?
Professor.
Yes, student.
Yeah, I am a student of the game. But wouldn't the Real Housewives of Orange County just be the greatest teen drama show ever created, called The OC?
But it's older women.
Isn't that just The OC?
I mean, no, because isn't the OC like?
You haven't seen The OC?
No.
We definitely need to have a watch party.
Hold on. What is the OC?
We've been talking
It's
about
my
it, but you guys
favorite-
never happened.
It's in my opinion the greatest teen drama ever.
Let that
created. It's
sink
my
in.
favorite one.
Oh,
It's
the
only,
OC.
Yeah, it's only
Yes.
okay.
Okay.
The OC is number 1, and what's like a close second, depending on the day, it's also number 1. One Tree Hill.
Okay, yeah. I guess it would be the older version of that, but then there
Okay.
is like
Like the kids are older, and it's.
I wouldn't
real.
even say it's the kids. It's like their parents. Like it's their parents, like type vibe. Like,
No,
you know.
not Kirsten. I don't want Kirsten to become an alcoholic again. No.
But okay, so yeah. So the first one, okay.
OC.
OC, Atlanta, Potomac. There's Dubai, there's Melbourne, there's Sydney, there's Durban, there's
Sierra
Johannesburg,
Leone.
there's like literally across the world. Like this,
I would watch a Japan one.
I wouldn't be surprised if they're putting something like that together.
I would love a Real Housewives of Japan. That would be
But
so
it's like
interesting to me.
franchised, so you
Yeah.
know. So it's like there's ones obviously in the U.S. and then Dubai is also part of the U.S. franchises.
So is
but
it Dubai women or is it?
it's all women. It's all women.
No,
It-
is it Dubai women or?
Oh yeah.
American
So
women?
that cast is kind of split. There's women who moved from the States out there, and there's also women from like the UK. There's one Emirati, and then there's one. I believe she's just like from the Middle East.
Is there Real Housewives of the UK?
There was a show called Ladies of London, which was the original, like I guess, version of that. But I don't know if they like revived that and revamped it. But one of the ladies from Ladies of London is
There's-
now on the Real Housewives of Dubai.
There's one coming in this year.
Yeah.
Real Housewives of London.
Yeah, period. So
I would watch that.
They're like
Shouts out
branching out.
London.
Like it's a really big franchise.
I would watch that.
But
Amsterdam.
again, they're all over the world. It's a lot. There's a lot of them.
There's so many. Look at this. Look at this
but-
list.
Yeah, I'm not watching all that.
Nah,
Don't worry, I will.
Pick a country. Just pick a country.
No, literally.
I choose Atlanta as a country.
They got Sydney.
Atlanta is its own country. It's no
If
shade.
they could succeed from the union, I wouldn't be surprised.
But okay, this is the first clip from Real Housewives of Potomac. She got her ass whooped. Love you, Candace. I really do.
And they broke the table.
Shouts out production coming
Yeah.
through.
They had to.
eat that, man.
And-
I'm not sure what it is, honestly.
So this is unlike Baddies, where Baddies was just like fight, duke it out, fight
Yeah.
club on the front line.
Like typically on the Real Housewives, they're not like they're contracted to not fight. Like that's
They're
when
contracted?
No, literally, because it's just like you
it's
have to
that
be
bad.
using your words, and it got to the point.
yeah, because they have to represent like
Right.
our.
They have their
people.
own brands separate outside of the show. They want to like have their own things
Yeah,
continuously going.
like what I was talking about, how it's detrimental to the fucking.
Right. And then so
Yeah.
now remember Kenya, our friend from earlier who
Yeah.
went low. This
Yeah.
is Portia. and her at the reunion a couple seasons back.
Wait, is this the one where she gets drop kicked?
Karma bit you in the butt?
How can I call something so unfortunate to happen to someone who didn't deserve it karma? So of course there's no karma. But what I do get sick of is grown women sitting up playing the damn victim. And you have been the villain since day
Shouts
one.
out Phaedra.
You have laughed at me and Phaedra and any other woman on the sofa who you felt threatened by from the very beginning. And then now you're the victim. That's really confusing to me. And that's ridiculous and it's irritating. You know, it's unfortunate that some people don't pick up a dictionary to understand what the meanings of words are. But certainly, well, victim, because certainly I will never claim to be anybody's victim. I will never be anyone's victim. I'm playing victim. She wants everyone to fire her.
Miss Nene.
Even the guy is like, what?
Jesus.
So it was this fight that actually they made the contract saying that there was a no fight clause because Kenya really wanted Portia off the show after that. She was like, she can't come back. But I think Portia did come back the next season.
Wow.
But I think that one was her last one before she took a pause. And then
Wow.
yeah.
That was 4?
That
was your 4th one? Because the
Oh,
previous
yeah.
one was the 5th one.
Yeah.
I'm scared for top 3. Jesus.
So this one was Monique again, and it was against Giselle. This one was crazy. So this one wasn't necessarily like an actual physical fight.
Mm-hmm.
This just gagged me because this was just straight words. Like it was an exchange of words that kind of like got me together.
Is that a white woman?
No, she's black.
But when y'all were announcing that y'all got together, we told this girlfriend
What the fuck?
and it wasn't true.
Okay, context. Giselle had an off and on relationship with her baby daddy.
You'll see her.
And this was one of the times that they were back on.
Okay.
But then usually the husbands come during the reunion so that they can like share their little piece about the season because sometimes they have their like time on the show.
Right.
Like, you know, they get their camera time. So Giselle was obviously back with her ex, but he didn't show up to the reunion. So.
Okay.
Thanks.
How do you know that?
I know because the lady who he's been dating for years only waiting to drop relationships for a while. She's a pastor, and she reached out to me a long time ago. She sent a bunch of screenshots, pictures of him in her bed, and everything else. And I was like, yeah, I'm not going there. I don't play dirty. But since Giselle likes to play dirty, I'll go ahead and return since I'm here right now. But he's definitely been talking to another woman, and it's clear conversations. And if you'd like to see him, I got him in my little receipt book right here.
What?
So how high school is
She
this?
put like an actual scrapbook?
How high school is this?
Schedule. He's sending screenshots to her whenever he's doing his little church tours.
How do you know those texts are real?
You want me to call out his phone number? I'm sure she knows what his phone number is. What's your motivation behind that? 410
Is that the white woman you're talking about?
Mom Bryant.
Is that his phone number?
Okay, whoever edited that,
Well, that's unfortunate.
That's a raise.
just the collective, each head just turning.
Thing that she has in her binder. I'm glad she's done some bindering.
Some bindering.
She said, for me, it's not a good idea to travel to Atlanta if you're working
It's not real. It's reality
So,
TV.
when I
the
first seen that-
delusion. Wow.
When I first seen that, when I tell you, gagged
Didn't hear you say
me. Because she pulled out that binder and literally had straight receipts. Like,
She put out a scrapbook.
Bro, this
Scrap-
is straight from a cartoon.
no, it's actually
From
insane.
South Park.
Straight up.
Wow.
Okay,
Shout out the
so
sunglasses for blocking my reaction. Holy shit.
Hey, no, shout out to the editor with the head turning.
that's why I love this show. This show is so good. Okay, so
this is
one,
more interesting than baddies.
yeah, because they're fighting with their words.
Yes,
It's so different. It's
yes.
so different. So,
So
this
let's
one,
watch this.
Maybe.
And then we'll watch F1.
No, F1 first.
Okay.
Hey.
What's up? Dude just gave up.
It's 8 p.m. at night. We're recording. That was a security guard. I apologize.
Yeah, bro, he was like, the fuck?
No, he saw us and went, oh.
He just left.
All right, so
keep
this
that in.
one, yeah, keep definitely.
Bro, I wish
keep
we had
that
a
in.
camera over there just to see him.
Just
like,
the walk-in cam.
Just like, and then leaves.
All right, so this one comes from Real Housewives of Beverly Hills, Amsterdam. They call it the Amsterdam Dinner from Hell. This shit goes crazy in this one, but
That's the red wedding. Get ready.
so that the lady at the end of the table, that's
You know what? Let me tell you
So this is a white woman.
that's Kim Richards.
Oh shit.
She just that's her sister, by the way.
Wow.
Like, but yeah, so that was definitely one of those moments where I was like, fuck.
That's scary. I'm scared.
And my number one, this is, mind you, I think this is the end of the first season of The Real Housewives of New Jersey. The first season. This is what cemented them as a franchise. Like, this scene right here. And, top tier TV. Like,
Two things are written that are true. What? Name change, I got arrested. Pay attention, please.
Oh, this is older.
That was totally uncalled for what she did. Like, to pay attention, like, who is she? Is she God? No. So don't ever tell me to pay attention.
I am paying attention. Obviously, there has to be something else. It's just not name change and arrested. There has to be something else. While I was arrested. Prostitution whore? You were engaged 19 times?
Oh shit. Bro.
Is she from Boston?
New Jersey.
Ah, there it is.
Danielle, I have one thing to say. Own up to what, and Jacqueline, own up to what I am. Jacqueline, I told you. I showed the book.
Yeah.
Because I heard it come out when she started yelling. She was like, you whore!
So that is my top 5 from all of the shows that, like, I've witnessed and actually watched. But
I'm surprised the scrapbook isn't higher. Because that one got me. That one fucked me up a little bit.
yeah.
Jesus.
Bro, she said.
Yeah,
She's like, oh, do you want me to read the
Now, let me see my
review?
receipt book.
I got the receipts for her. No, not on the phone.
No,
on the
not
iPad.
She had
digital.
it printed out.
Yes.
She went
She
straight
had-
to
she
Kinko's.
went to Kinko's.
Yes.
She went to Kinko's.
To print them
my
out,
God.
page by page, front and back. Got
That
them
was
stapled.
$1 a page.
No,
Got
fully
them
in
stapled.
color.
In
$1.20,
color.
$1.50.
That was $1.50 per page for a binder.
Stapled.
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 That was 25 cents.
Dividers.
Wow, she got dividers. She had the book, the binder, $5.
Decorated too.
Oh my God! So she went to Kinko's with the express purpose of dropping $50 to come back on this
She
reunion
had the
show.
money. She said, fuck it. I
She
got the
said,
time.
She said, "Fuck it." You know damn well the way she flipped to pages, knowing what was on each page. She didn't have an assistant do that. She did that herself.
She did it herself.
She was
She
like,
knew exactly where to
said, oh, specifically, let me pull up the page about the article. It like flipped to it.
She's like, message 3, subsection 2.
Yes. She printed out the Declaration of Independence. Wow.
Like, she had a full vendetta against this woman. Like, she
was
wanted
like-
to paint her out to be a bad
Every
person.
page
Full
turn,
vendetta. That's an entire encyclopedia.
Yes.
Yeah.
Every page turn, I felt the hood rat. Like, Jesus.
Yeah, no, crazy
Dude, she
shit.
can straight up just like become like New York's bestseller. That shit. That's insane.
I'm screaming.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, she's not. She's
Next
not
Stephen
actually.
King novel.
It's huge.
Yeah, she's not on the show anymore. But
No, why?
Maybe because the book was too big.
nah,
She had dirt on too many people.
I think it was after the fight. That was the season before the fight between her and Candace actually happened. So after the fight happened, she like took a break. And she didn't want to be a part of reality TV anymore. And then after that, she went on to another reality show with one of the producers who left from Bravo, and like he started his own show.
The Zeus Network.
Bro, they said this is not a cartoon.
Nah.
Yoink out of here.
But yeah, no, reality TV is such a crazy place, and I think that
Scary.
it's genuine entertainment, but at the same time, these are these people's real ass lives.
Yes.
Like, you know, these are people that you're dealing with every day. These are like situations that they're gonna have to talk to for the rest of their lives. Like Giselle, the one who got the lashing, has 3 daughters. Like, you know, and like they're all in college now, so they're not at the age that like they're able to understand.
That like their fellow peers are watching the show.
Exactly, and they're bringing it up to them. I'm sure, like while they're on campus, things like that.
Absolutely, got it.
Would-
Have to, yeah.
It's crazy. Like it's real life crazy, and this is what we enjoy for entertainment. But at the same
At
time,
the detriment of other people.
I've
right.
lost faith in humanity.
like
I lost faith in humanity when I was born.
real.
You didn't
But-
even know you didn't even know the words in that sentence or the definitions yet.
Oh well.
He just knew. He just knew the shit was
Yeah,
bullshit.
the moment he was born, 2002, he was like, songs about Jane just came out. This is the peak.
like that's the
This
only
is
thing to live
peak.
for right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's when my life peaked.
But I will say that like
Came out the womb.
that's the reason.
No, bro, imagine though getting to shit and then like someone just clean up for you. That was the life. Now to do it myself.
I mean, you can do it in a couple years. Like you got to like 3 decades before that. For 3-4 decades before that could
What were
really
you
happen.
No, but that's embarrassing.
No, but that's like the whole point that I wanted to bring up about the topic. Like, you know, there's actually a dangerous side to like filming reality TV, and like you're putting your life out on blast like that in hopes that like, you know, something like that doesn't happen, but it's bound to happen one episode or the next. Like, you know, you're gonna have conflict with somebody. You're not gonna get along with everybody on the cast, and like it's the matter of like in which you go about it, because you know, if you don't handle it in a way that's entertaining, you won't be brought back next season. Like, you know, so it's like
it's a double-edged sword.
how far do you want to go? Like, you know, and how far are you willing to go, and how far like can you take it?
That's
like, you know,
Well, we seen the Island Boys. They took it way too far.
yeah.
Where did I get them? I'm
Would
not gonna. No. No.
But I mean,
To
that
their extent, no.
Oh.
no.
I respect myself just enough.
I'm screaming. But I think that's what fuels my love for entertainment and like reality TV. It's the thought of like something like that can potentially happen, but what are the odds that it does? Like, you know. Hi. But like, I don't know. Like, I guess it's like that John Quinones, like, what would you do in this situation? Like,
Yeah.
you know, like how would you want to make TV? Like, you know, like how do you want your reality TV legacy to be like known as? Like, you know.
Exactly,
So
yeah.
it's very interesting.
It's a question of like, it's Murphy's Law. It's basically you're playing with Murphy's Law being on reality TV.
Yeah.
Anything that can go
happen will
wrong
happen.
will go wrong.
Yeah,
Right.
exactly. Well, yeah, whatever can happen will happen. Yeah.
So, viewers, what is the moral of the story?
Oh, what's the moral of the story?
Yeah.
Protect privacy at all costs and don't be on reality TV.
Right?
No, it's tune into the next episode.
That was good. Yeah, you got that.
You redeemed yourself from last week. You redeemed yourself from last week's. Yeah.
I'm weak.
Do you know what movie didn't have those?
No, I know y'all saw that. I saw that segue last
Man.
episode. That shit was insane. That was so out of pocket.
Which
but
one's worse? Baddies, they can go to CinemaCon. Or you know what movie didn't have that?
No,
I
but
think
like,
that would.
no, but like,
Yeah.
imagine though if baddies went to CinemaCon.
Well, no.
Jeffrey, I'm gonna hold your hand when I tell you this. CinemaCon's over, man. It's over.
Next year.
But to that, I will say, you guys, thank you for another great week of conversation.
Belt.
This has been All Talk, and I want to say shout out to everybody who's been following us on Instagram and subscribe to our channel and has the bells notification on, because that really is, we're really grateful for that, you know.
Hit
Yeah.
subscribe.
Yes.
Please subscribe, or else we'll put belt to ass.
No, literally. But yeah, shout out to you guys. Thank you for, supporting us. We really see the comments, like we're looking around seeing what sticks. But shout out to you. And until next time, this has been On Talk.
And we talked indeed.
The bugs are back.